Praise the Lord. Welcome to this series titled Miracles from the Bible. I am Dr. Johnson, Cherian. I'll be reading verses 22 to 25 from Exodus chapter 15. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea. Then they went out into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. Now when they came to Marah, they could not drink the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore the name of it was called Marah. And the people complained against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? So he cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree. When he cast it into the waters were made sweet. Praise the Lord. Another wonderful miracle after the people of Israel had crossed the Red Sea. That itself was a wonderful miracle that the Lord had done for them. He had parted the waters of the Red Sea so that his people could get through and go to the other side, and Pharaoh and his armies were destroyed in the Red Sea. But after that we read, they went into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. Many times in the wilderness, the Israelites had this problem of finding no water. And sometimes they did not have food, and they cried out to God. Sometimes they murmured. And here, when they came to a place called Marah, the place was called Marah because the word Marah means bitter. They could not drink the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. And the people, instead of asking Moses or pleading with Moses, they are complaining against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? They were faced with a very difficult situation. Not only them, but their children, they had their cattle, and they were worried, and so they complained. And it would be right to say that they often murmured against God and against Moses. And the people complained against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? And always Moses, he cried out to the Lord, because he knew that God had a solution for all the problems that he and all the Israelites faced. That's why he cries out to the Lord, and the Lord shows him a tree. I believe that the tree was already there in that place. But unless God gives that word of knowledge or that word of wisdom, nothing miraculous can happen there. And that's what we read here. The Lord showed him a tree. And when he cast the tree into the waters were made sweet. Another wonderful miracle for his people. God is always there for his people. He is for them and not against them. And we must also believe that in our life as Christian believers, that God is for us and not against us. He who offered up his only Son for us, will he not give us all things? That's what Paul asked the Romans. Praise the Lord. And here we see God doing a great miracle for his people. They did not get water for 3 days, but when they found water, it was bitter. And of what use is that? If the waters are bitter, you cannot drink it. But then God showed him the solution. He told him to take that tree and cast it into the waters, and the waters were made sweet. Jesus can make the bitter waters of your life also sweet. Keep trusting in him, keep praying to him, worship him, and meditate upon his word. Let your faith increase in your life, and you will see great miracles in your life too. Praise the Lord.